what this is. This is a buy one, get one free spring sale. And the benefit for you is that you get a lot of product that has retired or getting ready to retire. You're going to get that free. And you are going to be able to be the first to shop out of the new catalog that launches on May the 1st. And so I will explain all the details as we get closer to that. And then secondly, on May the 11th, we have the spring stamp camp that's coming up. You have two options to attend. One's in person on May 11 from 1 until 7, or you can get your kit to go. It's a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of fun things, pillow gifts. There's over 12 projects. And you also have add-on classes and add-on kits so that you can go ahead and add those on and actually customize it for what you want. So lots of fun there, lots of good things coming up. But if you're not already subscribed to my newsletter, definitely do that. You can also get in on text as well. I'm adding that in because a lot of people want it, right? It's easy to get on your phone. So, hey Judy, good to see you. Thanks for joining. It's always good to see you. Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday. I have a fun online class to show you today that I've designed. And so anyway, I hope that you enjoy it. It is featuring a lot of the retiring product, all of our in colors. I have those right here. They are beautiful. We are using some of the specialty paper that features these same colors. And as you all know, Stampin' Up! All designed and coordinated with the colors, the dyes, and all of that. So it's fun. Yep, that sounds good, Judy. And so I will be showing you a lot of those products. So let me get reorganized here. I have my coffee. Today, we actually went down to Carowinds. They had a Kid Again. I think that's what it was called, a Kid Again. It's a special needs group. And they feature springtime and the fall time a special Carowinds Day for all of our North Carolina, South Carolina kids. And so we went there this morning and it was so hot. It was like 80 degrees. It was nice, but it was hot. Hey Renee, good to see you. If you guys are jumping on live, say hi. Don't be a stranger. So let me go ahead and jump right in. And I do have an ordering special tonight for any orders that are $50 or more using the link that's in the Facebook post, and I'll put it on YouTube as well after. I'm going to be sending you 15, probably more than 15. I always overgive. I feel like, I love giving you guys free stuff and fun things that you can go ahead and craft with. So you're going to get $15 or more of free product from me just for ordering using that link. So anything 50 or more will get you a goodie bag sent directly to your house. And hopefully a lot of inspiration you're going to get from this class tonight. So here we go. I'm going to point you down. I have my workspace ready. And hopefully you guys can see me. You can hear me okay. I will be watching the comments here just to make sure that we are good. But stop me if we don't. Okay. So the first thing I want to show you is, so in my buy one, get one free sale, this is one of the items that will be for sale. It's called Two Tone Flora, and it has a beautiful die set. These are kind of, they're kind of stuck where I was using them. And anyway, yeah, so you have all these little cutouts for the flowers. And then you also have this beautiful, I call it coverall, right? It's very intricate. It's gorgeous. We're going to be using it tonight. Now, the dies are still available on the Stampin' Up! Website for sale. I think they're 50% off. It's a good deal. This is gorgeous, and this is a showstopper. I would actually buy the dies just to get that if it were me. So anyway, I will be using this set. Hi Amy, good to see you. Hope you and your family are doing well. Miss you. So we're going to be using this two-tone Flora. Again, this will be for sale on Saturday the 27th. We're also going to be using the Go-To Greetings. Will also be included in my sale. This is a staple. I love this set. And then we're also going to be using an online exclusive Softly set. This is a really nice one, and it kind of gives you that watercolor effect, which I love, and you'll see exactly why I chose this for this class tonight. So let me go ahead and get started. The first card we're going to make is this one. And again, it coordinates, I have it coordinating anyway, with this other paper. What is it called? It is an online exclusive as well. It is called Delightful Floral. And it's one of my favorites, but the colors really coordinated well with a lot of the retiring in colors. So one of the featuring papers that I'm using is called the 22 to 24 in color 12 by 12 textured specialty paper. And it's almost like, you can't, well there you can see. It's really pretty. It has a texture to it. I've got it all pulled out on my table here. It's a hot mess over here in the Chow household. But this is it, right? So you've got two of every single color. It's 50% off right now, this paper is. So I recommend you grabbing that as part of your ordering special. You're going to use it and you're going to love it. If you don't have the inks, grab those inks, get the refills, and that way you have them to do all of your cards and keep having fun. So let me get this over here, restructured, and all kind of, I've got paper, and more paper. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. And we're going to do a fun fold. So the fun fold is a diagonal fold. And for my craft fair yesterday, I actually had this fun card that I had pre-cut for everyone to go ahead and make. A simple card, right, with the really pretty butterflies. So I wanted to incorporate this paper, this parakeet party that's retiring, and use that today because I had extra that we didn't use. So you are going to take a piece of whatever color you choose. Mine is parakeet party, and it is going to be, get coordinated, this is all kind of falling down on me. It's going to be 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so that's your first step. And then you will just burnish this. Have you guys had a good week? I want to hear from y'all and see how things are going. I have been busy myself. I think we're all busy. Okay. Thought I had everything cut out. All right, so this is the parakeet party. And then you're also going to cut, that's scored wrong. I think that's scored wrong. You're going to cut a piece of coordinating cardstock at 3 by 8. Let's see if I measured it right. And scored at 4. Yeah, why does that look weird? That doesn't look even to me. And then, yeah, okay, my eyes are off. And then you're going to score that at 4 inches and burnish that as well. Okay. And then what we're going to do is take some of that really pretty textured specialty paper. I have a piece of Orchid. This is Orchid Oasis, and this is Starry Sky. So it's a little bit darker, but really coordinates well on that paper. So we'll do that. And then I also have another piece that I've cut of that floral designer series paper, which is available still on the online exclusives. I love it because on the opposite side are all these beautiful watercolor kind of images. So we have one of those, and that is, let me just tell you, so you have all the dimensions. It's 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, so almost a 3 by 4. It's going to give you an 1/8 inch of a border all the way around. Same thing for the basic white, 3 7/8 by 4. No, 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. Okay, so you'll need that. And then you'll need a piece of scrap white that we'll use for the sentiment. Okay. And then I also, you guys know me, I always have to have bling. I have to have ribbon. I love, love, love this ribbon. If you don't have it yet, get it, get it, get it. It's an online exclusive. It's the silver and white. It's like blingy ribbon to me. I love it because it's shiny. It's so pretty. You have to have it. So those are the components. What we're going to do is we are going to, I think we're going to stamp first. Let's do that. So we just got our scrap piece here of basic white for the sentiment. We've got scrap white as well, which I didn't tell you originally. We are going to put these elements aside with the card base. And we are going to do a little bit of stamping. We are going to bring in the greenery here as well as the leaves. And then I chose of this stamp set. I love this stamp set. Let me get another block though. So what I'm going to do is it's a 2-step stamp. So we've got the base on that side, and then we're going to do, well, I will load it up. I'm not going to do it right now because you can't see through it. So that's that. Move this aside. Okay. We are going to take Calypso Coral because that coordinates with the Designer Series paper. And we're going to take some Parakeet Party for our greenery. And we're going to take Blackberry Bliss because, again, that is also in the Designer Series paper. Okay, so we got all 3 of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to start stamping in the Parakeet Party. We're going to give ourselves a couple, maybe 4 sets of leaves. Okay, can you guys see that? Let me scoot this up. My son is wild. Okay. And then we've got the greenery, which I love. All right. And again, the dies cut these out perfectly. And I just kind of stagger them on the page so that I get more on my paper. Okay. 3 of those. All right. And then we will start with our flowers. So I can cap this guy up. There we go. So here we're going to start with some of the Calypso Coral, and I'm going to grab a stamp off sheet. I had one here. Where did it go? Let me just grab another one. Let's do this underneath here. The reason is on a 2-step stamp, you always want to stamp off. That background is so bold. You stamp off and then you stamp on your paper. Okay. Again, you're just going to load that ink up really good. You can even use, because this is a photopolymer, it's really good to use your foam mat underneath that. So stamp off and then stamp back on there. And that photopolymer stamp is able to have a little bit of give with this foam mat here. Okay, that's why I use it. So, all right, here we go. And then I'm going to come back in with my detailed image, right? Stamp it right in the Calypso Coral. Line it up. Now I lined this one up with these little center pieces that are white. Can you see that? And I just kind of line that up there so that it kind of peeks through. Doesn't have to be exact. There's that one. It turned out pretty good, didn't it? And this one, let's find the center again. There. It's pretty. So again, this is one of my favorite stamp sets. I love this. And here's, you can also do it the opposite where you do the detail first. We're going to do that in Blackberry Bliss. So you stamp down on that first. They did. I love it, Renee. I do too. And then let me see how this is going to line up. So you want to line up those little 4 or 5, whatever they are, little dots in the middle. So that's kind of the orientation. Okay. I love Blackberry Bliss, but it can get all over. So beware, y'all. All right. Lining that back up. Going back down. Isn't that pretty? That's actually easier. That was easier. Let's do another one of those. So the detailed die or detailed stamp again, right? There we go. Clean them off. And then let's put that back on, line it up so you know exactly where you're going down. Let's see. I just had it lined up before. But I turned it. That was the thing. Let's see. There it is, right there. Okay, here we go. Somebody's blowing my phone up. Here we go. So pretty. Okay, so that's what you're going to stamp, right? Or any other floral stamp set that you have. Use what you have or get the ones that are on sale. It's a great time to stock up, just saying. All right, so you have those, and then what we're also going to stamp is going to be our sentiment. And we're going to use this Softly Said Celebrate. Now this is a cling, so we don't necessarily need the foam mat, okay? And I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis that matches the paper and the specialty paper. And again, like I said, this is kind of like a watercolor, kind of gives a watercolor look to me anyway. All right, and I can trim this back down if I need to. So pretty. These colors are really pretty. But I can tell you the new colors that are coming are really pretty too. So don't fret, don't fret. We've got some amazing products coming. Can't wait to get those in your hands. The new books and such. So let me go ahead and cut this little thing down to be able to put it on a card. Now you could fussy cut it, and I could, but I just choose not to, just to get it straight. I don't cut very straight, so you get my drift. And what I did is I already cut these out, so voila. So there we go. We have some of these elements, and we're going to put these on our card when we're ready. All right, so bring these back in, and what we're going to do is take our card base. Again, it's a standard card base. You've already burnished the card, and you're going to cut at a diagonal from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. You're going to cut at a diagonal, okay? It's going to be a diagonal front flap card. And I'm going to start in the middle, go up and go down. And there you go. And that's what you're left with, okay? So you can use it on another card, whatever you want. And then I'm going to make this kind of like my background because I think it's gorgeous. And so I'm just going to glue that down. This is a standard 5 1/4 by, or 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. That would be, and then, well, this piece is actually 4 by 5 1/4. So it's a layer. It's a 1/4 inch layer. Okay, just going to line that up. Okay, and then this piece of Orchid Oasis that we scored in half, that 3 by 8, scored at 4, we're actually going to lay it out so that it is matching right corner to corner, meaning this corner is flush here and this corner meets that parakeet party. Okay, it kind of gives you a nice little frame. So I always like to lay it out before I glue it down. And my liquid glue allows me some grace time to get it straight. But whatever your favorite adhesive is, do that. So I'm going to line it up with that left hand. And I'm going to line it up on the right hand side here with that corner. And then glue it down. Okay? Y'all with me? All right, the one thing I didn't cut, I just realized it, is the Designer Series paper that I wanted to go on the front of this, which is already kind of pre-cut. I did, like I said, I had extras. Ooh, that would be pretty, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that. All right, so this is already cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just gonna, again, mimic the exact same thing. Remember, when you're cutting Designer Series paper at a diagonal, you do not want to blunt cut into the corner. You want to make sure that those points are lined up in the track exactly. Hi, Cassie, welcome. And you're going to go up and you'll go down, okay? You don't want to get those, you don't want to bum up the corners. That would make it to where it wouldn't be pretty. So we cut that, and that should already fit in here like that, and it does. So let's go ahead and glue this down. I'm gluing mine flat. You can pop it up if you want. It's all personal preference. And that way you have that beautiful image for your front. Isn't that pretty? You could stop there and be like, okay, we're done. We're good. Nope, we're going to keep going. So again, I took some of that same exact Designer Series paper, and I'm going to use the watercolor side because I think it is gorge. So we're going to glue that down. Cover up that beautiful design. This is an online exclusive, so grab you some. It is a fantastic spring paper that I highly recommend. Again, I'm showing you, you can use it with this specialty paper, the retiring 12 by 12. And this right here, this white is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. Again, and it's going to go on the inside, and that's going to be where you write your message. Okay, so we'll just do that, put that down, and that is so pretty. Okay, so we have that. And then lastly, oops, I screwed up, y'all. I screwed up. Darn it. What I'm going to do, I meant to use my pretty ribbon, my blinging ribbon. I'm just going to wrap it around the outside here. I should have put it underneath that layer of Designer Series paper, so just so you know, when you go to do yours, don't do what I did. But if you do, you screw up, you can fix it too. So that's what we're going to do, is fix it, We're going to tie it here. Do a little bit more. Oh, that's okay, Cassie. I was kind of waiting for it to pop into everybody's feeds. It takes a while sometimes. But hopefully everybody got notified. So again, I'm just kind of fixing it, wrapping it around. If you don't like bows, you can just tie it in a knot. It's fine. It's still pretty. The whole idea is that it gives that really soft, elegant look to it, I feel like, which is why I love this ribbon so much. And you kind of fiddle with it until you get it the way you want it. All right. And then I always cut mine so that my angles go out like that. The inside is kind of higher than the outside, my tails. Okay, so we have that. Now what we're going to do, I may even stick a little glue dot down there just to give it a little bit of reinforcement. And how I do that is take my little pointer tool, kind of ball it up there, and just stick it down. Okay, since it's wrapped around, nothing's holding it in. So, easy way to fix that, right? How pretty. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to start gluing these down. You can do them however you want. I kind of like mine to go off of that card a little bit and kind of tucked under. And also going to use some dimensionals. I use 2 large dimensionals for the big flower. Okay. And I'm going to stick him on top of my ribbon. Catch that? And then my beautiful Blackberry Bliss. I think he probably needs to go that way. There's no right way. It's just however you like it. I'm going to do that. Tuck him under. And then do my leaf. A little bit of glue. There we go. Balances it out so nicely. We're going to do celebrate. We're going to line that up. Make sure you do not you don't overextend this edge. Just a little bit of glue there. I just thought this was a beautiful spring card. It could be for anything, right? It could be for birthday. It could be just celebrating you, celebrating friendship. When's the last time you guys sent a card to somebody and just said, you know what, I'm just thinking about you. How are you doing? How are things? We don't see each other often enough, right? We don't talk to each other often enough. Everybody's so busy. What is that? It's just crazy life that we live. We're going to put a little friend right there. They're just chilling together. This would be a great card for that, right? Just to let somebody know that you care and that you're here. Okay, that is just so pretty. These are the brushed brass, don't say that fast, brushed brass butterflies. Item number 158136. Love them. So pretty. So there, my friends, you have our very first card. And isn't that just stunning? Even with my screw up of my ribbon, it still looks pretty. I hope that you love that. Here is my original. And here's the one we just made. You can see I changed the colors a little bit. It all coordinates with that designer series paper. So yay, love that. Okay, so that's the first card. Set those off to the side. The second card, a little bit different. Using the same set. It is watercolor paper. It is using that coverall die that I told you that I love. It's very intricate. I'm going to show you how simple it is to come together, okay? And then we're going to layer it up with some of that same designer paper. All right, or specialty paper. Okay, so here we go. Let me pull this out. And for this, I have our new, if you're a demonstrator, you got these. They are amazing. This is actually our, what do we call this? Little color palette thing. And I've got watercolor brush or water, what are they called? Y'all help me out. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. Glad you made it. Water painters. And so this doesn't stain, right? It'll come right up. So, and then I just wipe it off. I've got my little scrubby thing off, or my chamois off to the side here. I use it and I just sop it right up. There you go. So what we're going to do, we're going to use that. You actually get a pack of 3 with this. When you order them, you get a fat one, kind of like to do backgrounds. You get one that's a little bit less. It's more pointed. And then you have a really fine one. Isn't that nice? So I love these and highly recommend them. I'll show you why. And then we also have our watercolor paper. It comes 5 by 7. I've cut this one down to 5.5 by 4 1/4, the whole card front. Okay. I'm going to add some of more of my green Parakeet Party just to make that super poppy. Love it. Pop out. So I've got Sweet Sorbet also. I've got the Orchid Oasis and the Tahitian Tide, as well as that Parakeet Party. Okay. So the other thing I'm using is our spritzers. You get a set of 2. They spritz beautifully. I want to smell my perfume. I have one that has alcohol in it and one that has water. And then see, I even put like drops of our re-inkers in there, and you can just spray that all in the back. So there's many ways you can use this. I have some, I even did like some of our shimmer stuff and put alcohol in it, and that just puts shimmer on the paper. I think this is the water one. Let me spray it again, sorry. Yeah, this is the water. Okay, so what we're going to do to start out watercoloring is we're going to spritz. Can you guys all see this okay? Maybe I need to restructure my little workspace. There you go. So I'm just going to spritz it, not soak it, but just spritz it, give it some water. You got to start with water on your palette, right? All right, you saw how many times I sprayed it. Whoops, falling out. Okay, I'm going to use this because this is the easiest for me to get a lot of ink down on the paper. Okay, add a little bit of water to this. I'm going to start out with my Sweet Sorbet. And I'm just going to kind of like put it on the palette, put it on the watercolor paper. I'm not trying to be pretty with it, honestly. I'm just getting it down. All right. Wash it off. I'm going to do some of this darker Orchid Oasis, which I love. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Almost like flowers. You think about watercoloring flowers, like, you know, like Monet. Like, how beautiful were his paintings? It was kind of like that, right? So the flowers kind of like meander through there. There's no right or wrong. And then I'm going to add some more water to my Tahitian Tide. Didn't really do a lot of that in my original. Looks ugly, doesn't it? Watch what happens. I'm going to add a little bit more Sweet Sorbet. Let me clean up my brush on my chamois over here. Add a little bit more. Add that in. I'm going to cover it all the way. And I think I'm done with that. So let me clean that up a second. Lift that out of the way. And I have, just because we're live, right, just to make it go faster, I have my heat tool. I'm going to turn it on. Give me a second. You'll see it come to life. As it dries, it just takes a couple of minutes. And you'll want to use your heat tool on the top and on the bottom. It'll start to flatten out. You see that? Maybe? As it dries. I'm just kind of moving it around. Okay, you're done. All right, so we got that. Let me also take my chamois and just kind of go over here to clean up all of any of my watercolor mess. Just cleans right up. This is all water-based, so it's very easy. Okay, so we have this beautiful palette, which kind of looks ugly. You can tell me so. It's okay. Let me get my big Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. And we are going to make this. Oopsies. Don't want to make a mess. Flip that upside down. So let me put this in where y'all can see it. All right. Let me flip this over. It doesn't start warping. And then, so I'm going to take my coverall, right? I'm going to just lay this down. I'm going to line it up in the middle. It's a little bit smaller than my paper, which is by design. Lay it down flat, and I'm going to run it through a couple of times, okay? This is a very intricate die. Whew, that is like stressing my muscles. Okay, let's push that baby through. All right, and now I'm going to go back through again. And for good's sake, I'm just going to make sure it's good by that third time. Now, I'm not going to take it off of my paper, okay? So literally, I've still got it attached, all right? And I'm just going to flip it over, and I want to see how well did that cut. Are there any areas? See, that one's already popped out. It looks like it's pretty good. So I'm going to peel it off. Okay. And let me get this out of the way. See what we've got. So you can pop out some of these backgrounds here, or what you can do, I have set up well shoot, I've already took the die off. Let me go back and do this because I want to show you a trick. So I'm going to line that back up, and I have an old paper pumpkin box that I have. You guys, this is still available. These foam, and then the brush. The brush now comes as part of an attachment onto the Take Your Pick tool. So you would just take this off and you would add that brush on there. But I would leave that end in one of these boxes and then literally just go over it, right? And you're just pushing out all of those little pieces. Not all of them are going to come out, but I bet a lot of them will. Okay. So here we go. And I kind of like where some of these pieces stay in there. Because it adds some extra color, right? Let me just pull out a couple of more that didn't. I should not have taken the die off first, to be honest with you. But since I did, I was able to go back and kind of get some of those bigger pieces out. Okay. So you get the drift, right? How pretty is that? Just so elegant. I just love it. And what we thought was super ugly to start with turned out to be super duper pretty. So let's see what we got. So literally, I just keep that just wrapped up there, and I'll just empty it out when I do a couple of projects, and that way it kind of keeps all that contained, which is good. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to take a piece of this sweet sorbet that I have already cut from that card or that paper pack. And it matches up very nicely and it kind of shines through there. Do you guys like that? You could also use our adhesive sheets on the back of this one before you cut it. Let's see here. Since I didn't, I will just kind of go around the edge with a little bit of adhesive. You guys like this? Do you guys like the watercoloring? I think it's so pretty. I don't do it enough. I wanted to show you guys. Again, these dies are still available, and I think they're like 50% off. What a great deal. Like I said, just that literal coverall would make me want to buy it. But you can also attend my sale and you can get it for free. So join me on April 27th. It's a Saturday, 9 a.m. I'm going to be running through all my retired stuff and soon to retire things. And then you get all new product for shopping with me. So super fun. More details to come. Okay. So there we go. We got it like we want it. I'm going to lay it down. It should match up perfectly. Again, this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It is the whole card front. Okay. Got that? And if you wanted, you could even just do it like this. No, that was like goofy. Okay, so we're going to cut another piece of paper. I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis, and it blends really well with that. This is 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/2. There we go. Hey Maggie, good to see you. Did you have fun this weekend? I saw that you went up to New Bern. Hope that you did. All right, so this beautiful Orchid Oasis. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals if I can find them. Here they are. I'm just going to do 4. Put them right behind there on all 4 corners. And take those off. Look how simple these cards are to come together. Just really very elegant, very easy, replicatable. Just like I said in my on my post for this video, just really easy to replicate, which I love that. Now I did cut this out. This is a one of our what is it called? Jeepers. Here it is. I'm terrible with our names. Everyday Detail dies. All right, so those are available. Those are in the online exclusives, and they are available now. It is the 3rd one. It's this one right here that I actually cut it out of. This is a great one to get and keep in your arsenal as we continue to move into our new catalog. So just a recommendation. We will take our stamp set called Go To Greetings, which is retiring. Going to use the Just a Note. It's the large one. Put it on a block. Centered on the block. There we go. And we're going to use the Orchid Oasis again because it coordinates with our cardstock. And I'm going to go down and stamp that. Give it some firm pressure. I'm also going to be selling my ink pads as well. So fun stuff, fun stuff. I'll do 4 more dimensionals on this guy. Okay. Put that down. I'm gonna put that like right in the middle. More in the middle. Like that. All right, and then we're also gonna take our beautiful ribbon. We're gonna create a bow. Whoop, didn't do that one. Wrap it around, pull it through, get it the way you want it. Okay. Cut the tails. Get a dimensional, blue dot, rather. Stick that down there. And then we're also going to add some of our butterflies. Is that pretty? Do you guys like that card? Do y'all like that? There we go. And you have another beautiful card. Card number 2. So here's the one that we just made. And the one that I did earlier, I had a lot more of the sweet sorbet. All right, so you've got those. Okay. And then the third card is kind of interesting. I've not done it yet. So what I thought we would do was take another piece of, if I can find it here, kind of clean up a minute. We're going to do a really fun watercolor card, and I'm excited to show it to you. I've got it in my head. You guys ever do that? Like, you got it in your head, you know what you want to show? All right. Close that guy up. All right, so here we go. We're going to use that stamp set. Okay, so we're going to take our spritzer one more time. Make sure I got the water. Yep, okay. And I'm going to take that same exact brush, okay, and I'm going to add some more of this sweet sorbet. I want it a little bit brighter than that. Maybe even some more of the Tahitian Tide. Just drop that in there. It's not going to stain. Okay. Kind of got that. I'm going to kind of line this out. Can you guys see okay? Kind of get that separated. Moving across the paper. All right, so now I'm going to start, and I'm just going to load up my brush with the Tahitian Tide. Just kind of paint it on, just like it's a sky, right? Okay. And then I'm going to do some of the sweet sorbet. Just kind of put it on, overlapping a little bit, right? Just a very, very fun way to add color, right? Very simple way to add color. And then I'm going to add some of the Orchid Oasis, which I love. This color is purple. Adding this on. The watercolor sheets come 5 by 7, and there's 10, I think, in the pack. And I'm using the whole piece here, but you don't have to. You can cut it down to size. All right. Add a little bit more water here. Okay. Blend those. Whoops. Get that kind of brushed out a little bit more. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and actually take my water and I'm going to just kind of sprinkle it on, just squeezing my little pen here, right? And I'm just putting a little bit of drops on the paper. Some of that color got mixed in. That's okay with me. I'm fine with that. All right, so that's what we've got. That's going to be our background. That's what we're using. Let me get my heat tool out here. It's going to run a little bit, which is okay with me. Get it good and dry. See how that color's moving around? Kind of lightened that Orchid Oasis. Really pretty, didn't it? These water droplets, excuse me, make it to where, hey Angela, good to see you. Make it to where it's a little longer to dry, but that's okay. It's flattening out, if you can see that on the camera. Get those dry here. We go underneath, on top. Want those to dry a little bit more. There it goes. Flatten it out. All right. We are good. All right, and now I'm going to actually take my chamois and I'm going to just kind of, again, wipe up my watercolor. Kind of mess that it created there, a little bit of a mess. It's all right. Okay, so we're good there. Now what I'm going to do, this is going to be my background, right? So you kind of decide like where do you want to go this way with it? Do you want to go this way with it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Softly Said, because again, the watercolor, I think it really, uh-oh, I'm getting an error. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Okay, hopefully, give me a thumbs up, give me some hearts, give me something. Hey Natalie, good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. All right, I'm going to use You Are Loved. This is, again, just a really nice stamp set to keep in your arsenal. Let's use a bigger block. Alrighty. You Are Loved. Okay. And I think I'm going to use, I don't want to use black. What do I want to use? I'm going to use something. What color do you guys think I should use on this? Not Calypso Coral. These were the colors that I put in it. Did the Orchid Oasis, but this would be Blackberry Bliss, is a little bit darker. I did the Sweet Sorbet and the Tahitian Tide, or I could do Starry Sky. What do you think? What color What color should I use for the stamp, the sentiment in the middle? Orchid Oasis, Sweet Sorbet. That's probably too light. Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, or that's probably too dark. It's one of these three. This is what kind of the theme, right? You guys think Starry Sky? Let me just do that. Nobody's really responding. Hope you guys are all good. Let me use this. I'm going to use the Starry Sky. Juice this up really good. And it kind of has that watercolor look to it. And I'm going to use it right in the middle here. Hold it. Give it some firm pressure. That didn't really turn out well, did it? Let's see. How can I fix this? There's always a way. Always a way. So let me do You Are Loved here on the basic white. That is gorge. Okay, so we got that. And then what we're going to do to fix it is we will take our same dies that we've been using. We're going to go over it like that. Put this away. Okay. Bring up my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Run this through real quick. And we will fix our boo-boo. There it goes. Okay. Didn't cut out very well, did it? There it goes. Okay. Okay, so You Are Loved. Put these little little dots. Okay, let me cut this down to size. So this is literally going to go on top of it like this. So this will be 5 1/4, right? Here. And then we're going to cut this down to where it is 4. The card layer. You guys see what I'm doing? You have that beautiful background. And even so, if we want to do something fun, we could, I'm going to put it on Tahitian Tide cardstock and cut that in half. 5 1/2. The 8 1/2. Scored at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to do some of the, since there's not much of that orchid color that came through, and that's really what we stamped in. How about that? Isn't that pretty? You guys like that? I think that's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I may even cut this down just a little bit. So let's cut this down to 5. Let's see here. Let's split the difference on there because I think it's pretty centered. 5 by, let's come up the middle. 3 3/4. Okay. So there we go. We're going to put this down to 4. Let's do it long ways here. 4. That has a nice texture to it by 5 1/4. Okay. So we'll layer that up. Let's just do this. Just regular, glue it down flat. Okay. Because when you watercolor, sometimes it gets a little bit of a warp to it. So putting it on a nice background, you know, that kind of gives it a little bit more structure. And then you can kind of make it a little bit pliable that way. All right, and then we're going to put this right in the middle. Dimensionals right in front of me. Okay. And to stay with the theme, I think what I'm going to do is use my ribbon somehow. I know how I'll do it. Let's do it this way. I'm going to wrap this here. Put this over here. So if you guys haven't registered yet for my May 11 event, you need to. It's going to be a lot of fun projects. I'm really looking forward to that. It's always fun. It's always a lot of fun. Every time we get together in person, it just fills our cups, right? We all just love it so much. All right, so there's that. I'm not going to cut that quite yet. Let's see how this all comes together. Do it like this. And cut that. It's going to be May 11 from 1 until 7. You can take your kit to go. You can mail it right to your house, or you can join us live in Indian Trail. So either way, it's going to be loaded with lots of fun, inspiration, and product. All new stuff from the new annual catalog. I can't wait to bring that to you. So lots of good things to come there. Lots of fun. This bow is not doing what I want it to do. Let's see. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. So there's that. And what we're going to do is put that on with, should I do dimensionals? Yes, I should do dimensionals. Okay. So this paper has a little bit of a shimmer to it too. Like I said, it's 50% off right now. It's only $5.50 for that whole pack. So if you haven't gotten it yet, get it. It's a good deal. I just peel that off from. There we go. All right. And if you're looking for some fun connection, join my team. We're having, we get together every 2 weeks, have a ton of fun. If you're live, if you're close, local, that's great. If you're at a distance, that's fine too. We incorporate you by Zoom, and you're able to contribute as well. It's just a lot of fun. So don't miss out on how to connect and just be part of something bigger than just crafting by yourself. We love the inspiration, and we do shoebox swaps almost every time we get together. And it's just a lot of fun. So we definitely welcome new people, and we just love it. It's just a lot of fun. So add our little butterflies there. Do you guys like that card? Hopefully you do. Let's see. Hey Nanette, good to see you. Welcome. So there is our last card. You are loved. Who doesn't want to get that card? So nice, right? Anybody would love this card. So we made this one. We did this one. And we also made this one. So I hope you guys love that. I hope it has inspired you. Let me get all of this out of the camera. And I really hope that you find things in the sale that are right now still reduced. That is on sale, and you can get my ordering special that I just posted on this live video. Don't forget about the April 27th spring sale. It's the buy one, get one free, 9 a.m. It's going to be right here on Facebook Live, and the May 11. You can take it to go. You can get it in person. And I look forward to crafting with all of you. Hope this has been inspiring, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Until next week, next Sunday at 7 p.m., have a blessed week, and I will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.